What's up? It's CK, and I'm back with another video. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about something I just saw, right? And that's pretty much gonna be what I do, right? If I see something, I'm gonna say something. See something, say something, right? That's what we're giving. Yeah, so I just saw this article that says that RuPaul, yes, the Ru to the Paul, the Mother Ru, Mother Gorgeous, Mother of them all, Land of all the dolls, right, is starting an interesting concept to combat all of the places that are doing like this LGBT plus QIA, right? Make sure that I get everything. Book ban. Yeah. So you know what Mother Rue says she's gonna do? She said, "Look, reading is fundamental. My library will not only be open, bitch, it's gonna be on wheels." She just said that she is going to open up a mobile library. I don't know if it's just gonna focus on LGBTQ plus IA books, but that's what she's gonna do. Right, she's gonna bring the reading rainbow. I can be anything. She's literally the mother of you can be whatever it is that you want to be, extravaganza and more. So I think it's a really cool concept. I want to just say, Mother Rue, right, thank you, right, for thinking outside of the box, right, not always coloring inside of the lines, but bringing all the colors of the rainbow and all the colors of the wind to the kids, right? I think that it's a wonderful concept. I wish that, this may have a national tour, right? May they be several books on wheels. I don't even know, right? I need to figure out what the name of this actually is, but I just saw a picture of it, read an article about it, and I think it's a wonderful thing. So let me know what you think about this particular concept. I also want to be like very clear, and I try to steer away from things that may be problematic or seen as such. But I don't think that suppressing, this really has any positives, right? I will also say that, with any book, right, that is going into a school or something of that sort, there is some type of, monetization that needs to be done. And I don't mean monetizing, right, but monitoring it. So I don't know if we all need to get together on the LGBT plus QIA, book committee, because, girl, I will definitely go get me a hat, a suit, all of that to sit on the committee so that we can make our list of, the books that we do feel are appropriate. Lord, anybody can go write a book, child. Anybody can go write a book. And just because you have a cover and you have some pages and you have another cover, don't mean it's a good book that everybody should read, right? And that it's appropriate for everyone. We have all of these different, classifications and categorizations of books. And you're also talking to a former Barnes and Noble bookseller. So I know what I'm talking about, right? I was never over the kids department, but there were times where, I had to monitor it. Also had to monitor what types of materials that are us adults were leaving in those book sections. So if you're one of those people who wanted to get a Zane book or get some type of, little schmutty magazine or something like that, and you were with your child and you were trying to read it on the slide while you were in the children's section, but then you left it in the children's section, woe unto you, right? May your shoes always come untied. May you step on gum, right? May you put gorilla glue in your hair. Sorry, gorilla glue girl, but you know what I'm saying, right? Woe unto you. You're gonna get your comeuppance. But outside of that, right, we really need to monitor what's going on with the kids. I do think that there should be, a very colorful section, right, where there is a very diverse amount of different types of books. I'm not also saying that we segregate the books, right? I'm not saying that all these kinds of books they go over there. That's not what I'm necessarily saying. But I also think that we should have an approved book list. We should step together as a wonderful community to say we feel like these books would be appropriate to children that want to see what this is about. we also need to make sure that the book topics are appropriate, right? We ain't talking about kids being on the phones and the apps and all this and talking to somebody over there to go come snatch them up, right? No, none of that, right? But, all about good friendships, right? Accepting all different types of people. I love those books where it is, a particular child and explaining why they have different, or a parent makeup than you may normally see, right? Then we kind of move into the young adult area, and we might find books where people are finding themselves, right, in their queerness or whatever it is. So there needs to be some type of structure and committee. So that's kind of where I sit on that. People will always try to ban books because books do contain knowledge, right? And there's no smart person out there in the world that is going to refuse knowledge, right? Or keep it away from other people. Actually, I want to say, well, no, they still gonna be fools though. But some people will think that if they hold books away from people, that it will suppress them, right? And not allow them to have access to knowledge and or power. So we also have to remember that too. So, where do I fall on the book bans? Right. I don't think that all of the, if you Family Girl books should be banned. But I do think that we should take a very careful look at the approved list that we're putting out there for our books for our young people that are finding themselves, right? Let's make sure that it is appropriate. And if there is a parent out there that does not agree with this, right? Or doesn't agree, oh, if my kid, goes to a school and they have this book section, right, I'm gonna take them out, right? I'm gonna take them out, I'm gonna unenroll them from the school. Girl,
Girl.
have a conversation with your child, right? And just say, do you want to read these types of books? No, you don't want to read these types of books? Great. Don't go in that little area, right? Maybe let's say, when kids are checking out books and things like that, we got computers. Get on the computer and see, is Timmy's name on the list to where he can read this book? Oh, Timmy, I'm so sorry. Your mother says you can't read this book, but Billy, you can read this book. Like, we have lots of different ways that we can actually, come together and find some type of resolution to this. But again, I don't want to get lost and I don't want to do a rant on what this is about. This is about Mother Rue, the Mother Rule of all the dolls, who said, you know what? Not only am I going to have a rainbow, but I'm going to put it on a bus, right? And I'm going to put books in it and I'm going to get people to read. Why? Because reading is fundamental. The library is always open, and now it's on wheels.